Hey guys, welcome to Andertons TV. I'm Ben.
And I'm Digital John.
And we are so back.
We are so back.
We are so back. This sounds like on Andertons TV. So it's been a while, but we are back in the store to film some more Sounds Like videos for you all today.
Yeah.
And we have listened to your comments. We did pretty much strictly without busting the bank last year, didn't we?
Yeah.
But we're bringing back the by busting the bank series.
Starting with a bang, Avenged Sevenfold. We did the without busting with the bank. That went down very well. There are actually a lot more Avenged fans out there than I thought there would be, which is great. All probably our age.
Yeah.
And it made sense to do the by busting the bank. So obviously we're in Andertons in Guildford, UK. There's lots of kit that we can bust the bank with. What do you think you're going to go for? Are you still Zachy Vengeance, by the way?
Yeah, so it's worth pointing out that John obviously did Sinister Gates last time. I did Zachy. I think last time I went with one of the old school Chapman ML3s. I think I went Boss Katana. You went down the multi-effects route.
I did, yeah.
So obviously Sin uses Axe Effects, which we don't stock, much sad, but there are other great products available. I don't know if you're going to go sort of digital side.
I'm definitely going to go digital. I think
of course he is. Why
Sinister Gates is digital nowadays, obviously, and it's just the way forward. Cue hate.
I think I'm going to keep it old school, Zachy being that more sort of punky style, so I think I'm still going to go with an amp rather than going down the multi-effects route. So should we start with that side of things first?
Let's do it, yeah.
And then move on to the guitars.
We're near some amps. Is this what you want? What do you want?
No. So this has been difficult. So we are by Blackstar, but Zachy obviously used
Jet City
for a while, made by Soldano. But we don't have any Soldanos in stock at the minute, which is much sad. And they've obviously used Messrs, JVMs on the Nightmare.
Diesels, I'm pretty sure, or something like that. Or like they've used a lot.
Pretty slutty when it comes to gear.
I think like I'm going to go for something EVH flavoured digitally, obviously, but just high gain.
It's all right. Comment section will let you off. I'm thinking of going down the Mess route, to be honest with you. Bad Cat was an option as well. We have got a dual rectifier in the rock section, but I noticed this on my travels in this morning. It is a rectifier, but it's the Badlander rectifier. It basically picks up where a dual rectifier leaves off, but it's got a much more pronounced mid-range, nowhere near as harsh in the highs. So I'm thinking if we're going to go down that sort of Soldano-y route, it's got a lot more mid-range to it. So I'm actually tempted to take somewhat of a punt on this. Yeah, this is the 50 watt head, which is going to be more than amicable. I mean, I could even go 25 watt and that's still going to do an absolutely fine job. So I think I'm going to go Badlander.
What cab are you doing?
I'm going to go Messer as well, so I think this is just a rectifier 212, vintage 30.
I'm not carrying that.
I'm not carrying it, I'm digital. What's a cab? I don't know.
Yeah, so this is where the comment section will let you win, because you don't have to carry a 212, but...
Nah, that'd be great.
Actually, while we're here, I think effects is going to be massive, because again, if you're going digital...
It's all in the box.
It's all in the box, whereas for me, I think what I'm going to need is a good noise gate. I'm probably going to go Boss NS2. I know it works, it's a staple, but I'm going to need some slightly more spicy effects for this as well. I think like a POG, something like that to do the Nobody intro. I don't know if we're going to do that or not. It's worth having. We're busting the bank. We can do what we want. This is what's great. No budget. So
they have gone a bit psychedelic, so yeah, you need something like that.
Yeah, I know we've got the full Monty POG 2 and the POG 3 there as well. I don't know if that's going to be a little bit overkill for what I need. So I think we've got some micros and Pico POGs in stock as well. So another thing that I'm pretty sure the Badlander doesn't have is a nice reverb. If we're going to go busting the bank, Strymon.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's do it. Hell, I could go Big Sky MX if I wanted to.
Biggest Sky.
I actually love the Cloudburst. As great as the Big Sky is, there's only one sort of setting I'd be using on it anyway, so I'm probably going to go Cloudburst.
Sure, it's a great pedal,
It's still not cheap, let's be honest. We're still talking a couple of £100.
But it's unique, I like the Cloudburst as well.
Yeah, Badlander, POG, Cloudburst, NS2, and then I've just got to choose my guitar, but let's sort out what you're going to do first.
Well, obviously, Sinister Gates uses Fractal. He's a heavy Fractal user. Andertons don't stock Fractal, which is absolutely fine, because there's a perfectly good bit of kit that will do that job and more. So, over to the digital realm. My homeland is over here.
Let's go to the computer station.
All ready to go.
Insert the Nigel Farage.
Boring! Job done. Need I say more? No. So that'll do everything. I'll make some patches, and then obviously I need a speaker. You were just talking about a cab.
Yeah.
things need to have a noise. This thing, Delaney upright cab, I've got the 1x12 version of this, which is like that much of it, which is loud enough. Obviously, this is an upright slanted cab, beautiful LED strip reading light. I can't remember how many watts it is.
600 or something?
Yeah.
Is it 600 watts?
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
And it's a loud 600 watts. Like, we did a video, me and Lee, of all the 1x12, like, kind of FR stuff. And the Laney by far was the truest, like, loudest one. And it was 200 watts, pretty modest. Some were like 2,000 watts. They weren't as loud as the Laney. And this is, you know, if that's 600 watts, a Laney 600 watts is a loud 600 watts. I can't gig without a cab nowadays. I like a bit of movement. You know, even though I'm digital, I'm still a human being.
Yeah.
That's the rig. QC, Laney, and then guitar.
Guys.
So
Someone's stolen the guitar.
this is the Sinister Gates Relic that I'm going to use today. This guitar, the Sinister Gates Relic, which totally wasn't just in use by a very innocent customer, is what I'm going to use and then give back to them as soon as I'm done with it. This is going to do the job. Obviously, it's got the Sustainiac in. I didn't have a Sustainiac in the last video.
No, I think we just went with, I can't remember what Schecter model it was, but we
It was
just
the, oh yeah, what was it? It's not here anymore. Probably
No.
someone's using it.
It was a while ago.
So yeah, obviously all the Sustainiac fun that Sinister Gates, I think, really brought into the mainstream of like modern guitar shred again.
Yeah.
What are you going to go for?
So-
I think I know what you're going to go for.
We've actually got in stock for once the new Zaki Vengeance. It's called the Hollywood. It's spelt a little differently, but
Yeah.
that's essentially what it is. Inspired by a particular famous US branded guitar, but
Starting with G, ending in Ibsen. It's kind of like a SG with modern appointments, right? I've just
Yeah.
noticed a few things about it. But.
so again, it's got its own Schecter pickups in. That's one thing that
Yeah.
Schecter actually do really well now is they don't use as much branded pickups. They're doing their own thing, which I think is wicked. I'm going to go with this.
Job's a good one. Job's
Let's
a good one.
go and make angry teenage noises.
I'm going to give this back.
We are back in the video room.
We are.
We've done everything in one take, and it's been absolutely fantastic.
Didn't even need to learn, it's just in our
It was
fingers.
just in our
Yeah.
heads already. First time, it was amazing. Yeah, it's safe to say it's pretty loud in here, but I think we're both pretty happy with the tones we got so far.
I'm out of breath.
That was a lot of notes.
Yeah.
Backcountry, so.
Fun notes. They're great guitar parts. But yeah, I'm really chuffed with our rigs actually.
Yeah, do you want to talk through yours
Sure.
first?
So I miraculously have built my own pedal board out of nowhere. No, I'll actually give a shout out here. Probably you may be able to see it. Guitar Audio Solutions in Finland, Helsinki, obviously where Quad Cortex and Neural DSP are based. Kimmy built me this board, it's amazing, and it has a Vegas mode on it, as you're seeing, probably in the overhead right now with all the colourful lights. But more importantly, built this Sinister Gates-ish patch. Disclaimer, obviously it's not going to be 100% right. From what I have seen on the internet and, you know, everything taken into account of what amp models is used, I've tried to get as close to that as I can without going mental. So as you'll see, it's all on one row. We start off with a clean tone. I've set this up into scenes, so as you can see, different things can turn off and on depending on the sound. So I'll actually throw this on the cloud just so people can download it from my profile. But we have a clean tone. Sinister Gates often uses chorus in his live clean sound nowadays. So if I just make sure my Sustainiac's off and I'm on the neck, or whatever it is, I've forgotten the part. But you know, it's pretty close. It feels really nice. Like it's got a Boss compressor on it, because I think he really likes a CS3, that's on his board all the time. Just going into a jazz chorus, and that's his clean sound. It's pretty matter of fact. It's got a tiny bit of room on it.
It does sound absolutely spot on though.
Yeah, thanks.
It's crazy.
You know, just dead simple. So that's that. And then the crunch, I've gone for a kind of tighter rhythm sound, more like Nightmare era. And it's just, honestly, man, these pickups do like 80% of that sound.
We were saying, like, it is such a hot pickup.
Yeah, like they are Seymour Duncan Invader inspired, like so high output. They almost sound like they've got a tube screamer in them. They're like very bright and clacky, but that's why you can have like so little gain. Like this is a PV5150, not very, you know, hardly dialed in, and it's just such a fun sound. And then like this one has a rat engaged. He likes to use, I think on his Fractal he has a 5150 PV with a rodent, a rat. Here it's called the rodent drive in front of it for that more saturated thing. And I've kept that nice and dry, but you could have a bit of room reverb as well. But I kept it nice and tight. And then the final scene is my lead sound. So this is the compressor on, the rodent drive on, into that PV with a bit more gain added on. Feels great. And I think that's with the Sustainiac off, hilariously. So when you turn it on, you might be able to notice that hopefully getting picked up in the lav mic. But Sustainiacs literally resonate the string. It's not a digitally replicated sustain thing. So in terms of the Sustainiac switches, you've got an on and an off. On is away from you. And with the other switch away from you, that is just the fundamental note with no harmonic. So. You know, tons of sustain, obviously infinite sustain. In the middle, you're gonna have an octave up. And then finally, I think this is a fifth in the third position. No, 2 octaves up.
2 octaves?
Yeah, 2 octaves. You get a bit out of control if you hit, especially when you've got so much gain going on, but it's good fun. So. Like, it's just so fun to play around. I really want one now.
Yeah.
But it's part of Sinister Gates' thing. Like, I think it's so unique to him. Not unique to him, but like it's such a big part of what he does.
If I think of sustain, I know like obviously Satch has done it.
Yeah,
before.
Jeff
Like,
Loomis has
Satch is
Sustainiac.
probably one of the first. I'm sure the comment section will let us know. But like for me at least, I Sustainiac I think is Sinister Gates straight away.
It's so cool. And you can get versions of the guitar, you know, like the standard and stuff that don't have the Sustainiac, but I think you're paying a lot of money for the Sustainiac.
If you're going to get one of those guitars
in the higher models,
and you don't buy it with a Sustainiac, what are you doing?
And it's worth saying, I was a bit apprehensive of doing this video, obviously because I really like Avenged and want to do them justice, but these things are really hard tracks to play. And this is set up so well and it feels so great, it makes that kind of stuff easier than it would be on any other guitar.
We've literally not tweaked the action, anything on it.
It feels amazing. I get why he hasn't changed the model over the years much, because it just works. Feels really, really premium. Obviously, like the back is just seamless. You've got a bit of a carve on it. Get all the way up to the top, and it's just feels great. So really classy guitar, actually. I still really like the black and white pinstripes and stuff like that.
Can't beat the classic.
Yeah, obviously Floyd. I'm not a massive fan of Floyd's, but for this, it just works. And that's kind of the rig. You know, the Laney speaker, obviously. Very, very loud. We've barely got it turned up in the room, to be honest. Like most of it is coming out of the Genelex just for stereo. You are hearing this, I think, in stereo. Benefits of the effects, like on that chorus. I can have a clean tone with a bit of modulation on it if you want. So that should be in stereo, as opposed to just one without. And all the benefits of that. Why digital's the best. Anyway, over to the analog side of the room.
He's wrong, but yeah, so this is my rig. Obviously, I've got the Hollywood Zachy Vengeance model going into the Mesa Badlander, which I'm so happy with.
Sounds great,
in the room. It sounds absolutely fantastic. It's nowhere near as scooped and top-endy as a dual rectifier. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's just...
I've definitely gone for the more scoop thing here anyway.
Yeah,
so yeah.
Exactly. So I'm just going to give you a bit of a breakdown of the basic rhythm sound. There's no overdrive pedals in front of it or anything. Just got the noise gate in there for a little bit of a clean up of the gain noise there, but.
Yeah,
that's just a really great solid rhythm sound. The gain I'm running fairly hot because these pickups, they're Schecter own brand. The 6661 model I think has got Duncan JBs in it, but these are nowhere near as high output as your ones at all. That you don't get any of those sort of overtones or anything like that. On the floor, I've kept it pretty basic. Again, there's not a lot to Zachy Vengeance's sound.
He's a punk guitarist at heart, isn't he, really?
Yeah,
so.
exactly. So the only other thing that I've done is added in the POG. So if you're doing some of the more modern stuff off the latest album, then the Nobody sound, I think Synesthegate said it was all Axe effects, like crazy synths and DI signals going on, but man's just got an amp. So, so that sound you can get. Maybe
that sounds
like
really
bringing
close,
a bit
actually.
more like sub-octave. Like.
Yeah, nice.
Like, it just sounds dirty and hot.
That sounds very close, I think.
Yeah, it's a great sound, that. And then on the cleans, the Badland is an interesting amp. It's essentially two channels that are exactly the same, and then on each of them you've got a clean, crunch, and a crush mode on there. But in terms of its characteristics, they are identical. So EQ-wise, it's not far off between the pair of them. Obviously, the gain's running a little lower on the clean, but I've added in the cloudburst. So thinking again about the modern stuff on the latest album, if you're doing a track like Cosmic or something like that, then you might want a nice sort of spacious reverb. If I take out that sub-octave and just put in the POG there with the octave up, you get... It's a really nice, almost like piezo-y sound. Cause again, on this guitar, you can split the humbucker as well. So I've put it in the middle position, split the pickups on it, and it does give a really glassy sound, which is quite nice. It's a really nice tone. I'm so glad I went with the cloudburst because it just nails that over the top spacious sound.
Yeah.
There are maybe other little things you could add in, like chorus for the Buried Alive verses, something like that, but...
Buy whatever you want.
Exactly.
It occurred to me as well, like, you know, with the transpose stuff, I could put on, where is it? First track's like Almost Easy, I can't think of any others at the minute.
Hail to the King is
Hail to the King
as well.
So like transpose, really nifty feature of neural stuff. Drop D at the minute, sorry. What was it, that one? I need to learn this off camera. or something like that. But
close enough.
Yeah.
It's been a tough video, as you'll probably see by some
yeah,
of the
we
playing.
are shattered. We are absolutely. I am anyway. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It has been a fun one to do.
Great band. Great band as well.
Two Avenged fanboys.
Yeah.
So let us know how you think we did in the comments.
Yeah.
All the gear that we've used in the video will be in the description as well with links. So go and check it out on the Andertons website. We're so close to 1 million subscribers as well.
Close.
We're actually very close. So if you want to win yourself a real clom, then subscribe to the channel, because as soon as we hit 1 million, we're giving one away.
Maybe it'll already happen by the time this is out. Who knows?
Who knows?
But yeah, let us know how you would maybe change these rigs. Any other bands you'd like to see in the comments. By Busting the Bank or without Busting the Bank. That would be great. And yeah, until then,
I've been Ben.
I've been John.
We'll see you next time.
In a bit.
Thank you.